I've always been into playing sports. When I was a kid, I was always outside playing with my friends. In high school, I played football, baseball, and rugby. Even now, as an old man with a gray beard, if I'm not golfing, then I'm playing squash or trying to get in on a pickup game of ball hockey. And in all those years, the one single truth I've learned is that sports is competitive. You're either going to win or lose. Like Ricky Bobby so famously put it, if you ain't first, you're last. Even when I'm on the lake fishing, either I'm going to win or the fish will. And nobody plays for a tie, unless you're a soccer player, but that's a whole other ball of wax. The point is, when you're trying to win something, someone has to lose. That's why the whole idea of a win-win negotiation never made much sense to me. If you go into a negotiation with the intention of winning something, you're automatically going to see the other side as an adversary. And in order for you to win, well, they're going to have to lose. And sometimes that's the right approach to take. Like if your supplier hits you up with a compliance audit, well, you want them to lose. You're not negotiating anything. They're not your counterparts. They're your adversaries. But when you are negotiating, real value can be created when both parties take a collaborative approach instead of trying to manufacture win-win scenarios. So how do we do that? Well, the first step is to have a clear understanding of what's most important and what's less important to your side. Now, obviously, the ultimate goal of a negotiation is to trade off some of your less important items in order to win as many of the more important items as you can. But if all you're focused on is what's important to you, you won't get a sense of what's important to the other side. And then you risk leaving real value on the table. What do I mean by that? Well, for example, suppliers typically measure success by annual sales revenue, which is a direct correlation to the number of customers they have. So, suppliers are always interested in getting more customers. In a negotiation with a potential new customer, suppliers are very interested in things that will help them attract more customers, like testimonials, case studies, and referrals. And by taking a collaborative approach, not only can both sides maximize their value in a deal, but it actually creates more overall value and strengthens the relationship between the two parties. A good way to do this is by taking the following 3 steps. Step 1. Conduct a needs analysis. Make a list of everything you could possibly want in a deal. Prioritize by what's most important to least important. Then do some research on the other side to try to figure out what they might want in a deal by order of importance. Step 2. Create value. Share your list with the other side. You don't have to share everything or the order of importance, but just enough to show your willingness to create value. This small gesture will create dialogue and an exchange of ideas that could create value in areas that neither side had even considered. And finally, step 3, distribute the value. Share the value that's been created. One of the most easy and effective ways of building trust in a negotiation is by looking out for the other side. It's also a great way to get to their back table. Again, your counterparts are human beings with human concerns driving their decisions. Alleviate their concerns, and they'll move mountains for you. Folks, negotiations can sometimes feel like a battle, but they don't have to. With a little bit of homework and willingness to collaborate, both sides can create real value and avoid chasing the illusion of a win-win deal. If you'd like to learn more about collaborative negotiations or how to set up a 2-table negotiating strategy, I've added a few more training cohorts for February. You can check out the curriculum and sign up on the website oneviewnow.com/training. And if you need help with the negotiation, feel free to reach out and we'll find a time to chat.